What's up, my fellow commoners? It's actually been a bit since my last video. I have been working to try and get some more videos out lately, but you know, life just kind of gets in the way.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
But, how you doing? You okay? You alright? Well, if not, that's okay.
Puff out your chest, take a deep breath, you're gonna be okay. Is it loud in your mind? Just take your time, you're gonna be okay.
Let's hop right into it. They somehow did it, folks. The Halo show got a season 2. Did we ask for it?
No.
Did we want it?
No.
As I write this script, there are currently 4 episodes out. Now, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so I have very few things to say about it at the moment. But if you guys like this video, maybe I'll consider doing a full review once all the episodes actually come out. I watched all of Halo Season 2, so you don't have to kind of video. Disclaimer here, I have watched all of Season 1 when the show was released, but I did not want to go back and watch it again for the sake of this video. I vaguely remember bits and bobs, so if I say something that doesn't quite align with how Season 1 went, then go easy on me. Season 1 was terrible, and not worth another watch. Oh, and spoiler warning, just in case you feel like watching this yourself for some reason. I don't have a particular order in what I'd like to talk about when it comes to this show, so it might be a little janky. Sorta like this show. Speaking of janky, some of the visual choices seem a little odd. In scenes where the Spartans kind of run, they seem a little stiff in a lot of angles, whereas some angles they seem like it looks alright, which is why I kind of say it looks a little odd. What is this running, dude? What? A bit cartoonish, if you will. Like, I get it, right? They're in big hunks of armor, and it's supposed to be pretty heavy. However, all of that's kind of brushed aside when you see other scenes of them kind of running across little fields where they don't need effects, and they look more natural. And then other scenes where they're doing training, and they're able to just kind of jump straight from the ground and to almost halfway up a little mountain side, a little cliff, and then jump from that cliff to another cliff with relative ease, even though having this giant injury on her shoulder. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's really odd for those choices to have it where they look so stiff. I think they could have just worked on that a little bit more. I'm not really sure how that kind of goes, but it just looks odd. There's more to the visuals though than just the running animation. For instance, the first planet they're on is Sanctuary, and I'm not too brushed up on my Halo lore or knowledge, but I'm pretty sure that this is not the same Sanctuary that I kind of remember from the games. Now, I do get that it was like a map, but it still is vastly different than what we got from the games. The show's Sanctuary is dusty, colorless, and plain. In fact, the bland color palette of the show is way too spread out so far within the 2 episodes I've watched. Even brighter areas like Reach seem devoid of any color. I'm not sure if this was a choice made for the show to take on a more serious tone, but I feel as if I'm watching a thriller movie with how the color palette has been implemented. Now, there is a fight scene on Sanctuary, and it just kind of seems a little wasted with how all of it is pretty much blocked by the fog and the dust and the dirt everywhere. Like, I feel like the fog would have made more of an impact if the planet wasn't already covered in dust and dirt. This is how I remember Sanctuary looking. CGI kind of looks somewhat the same for the elites. However, I would go on to say that they look a little bit better than Season 1's elites. Now, they still look pretty plain and the armor is just as basic, but they don't look as bulky. Elites actually look a little bit closer to how they were in the games, in terms of generic elites at least. I'm hoping the armor changes for higher ranking ones in further episodes, kind of like how they are in the games. As for the fight itself, it had some good points with the fight choreography. I think Master Chief did his thing. He looked real chiefy. Yeah, real chiefy.
Yes. Yes.
Now, just like Season 1, there is a lot of talking and no action. I get it's a TV show and the viewer needs to be informed of events somehow, but it's just a lot of pointless banter in just 2 episodes. Like, I need to be hooked now. I feel like a lot of this, though, is just due to them trying to recover from Season 1's abysmal dialogue and exposition dumping. Characters like Soren and Quan Ha are back, and I really couldn't care any less. Soren got arrested, and Quan Ha says something about having to leave the rebel planet that no one cared about. Quan also got some kind of vision that I didn't really care about either. Look, I really tried reevaluating my position on these characters, but they're just so pointless and boring. I'd like that to change in this season, but I'm not expecting it. There's also some dialogue that just makes me go, what? Huh?
What did he say?
I mean, come on, there's literally a character who sits there and just asks Chief what his KDR is? His kill-death ratio?
Hey, what's your KDR? Kill-death ratio?
This turns out to be a game that apparently people play in this world.
Come on, man, you don't play Spartan Attack?
I don't keep score.
But it's delivered without any build-up and just feels like an attempt to connect the show to the game in a minimalistic way. Oh god, and there's this scene where the Spartans are just kind of going back and forth with each other with some banter, and Riz says,
"Suck big ass, Kareem."
like, what? What kind of insult is that?
Is Vanek still writing your material?
Boy, I'm about to wear you like a sock.
What the hell is even that?
I'm not gonna lie to you though, it made me giggle. I mean, how could it not with how dumb it is?
Suck big ass, Kareem.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What?
Chief also gets a new boss who's gonna replace Halsey, and he goes by Ackerson. Honestly, he seems like a pretty decent character so far. He brings that tension between Chief and Authority that I kinda liked seeing in Halo 4.
I am ordering you to surrender that AI! No, sir.
In Ackerson's case, I can pretty much see why he wouldn't be so trusting of Chief at the moment, just due to what happened in the first season. So he's a pretty good addition so far, at least in these first 2 episodes. I'm hoping that he can keep that same opinion from me when I watch more of these episodes later on. Oh, and I hope you're ready for Chief to be Chiefy, because he's the chiefiest chief of all the Master Chiefs that we've ever seen chief, okay? I'm just kidding. He's just as emotional as he was in the first season. He plays off his emotion in such a stoic way that it just doesn't pay off in this version of him. Again, it's probably another effect of how Season 1's writing was. Now, based on what I saw from the first 2 episodes, I want to say that they're trying to go a little bit of a different way with him in this season, so I'm really hoping they're edging him more along the lines of the Chief that we all know and love. However, the emotional stability concern is not just for Chief, it's for all of Silver Team. From what we know in Episode 1, all of Silver Team has taken out their pellets. Now this means that they are all more prone to emotion. Vanek still seems like Vanek. He's pretty stoic, little Spartan that he needs to be, but he does watch the occasional animal video every now and again.
I pulled it 3 weeks ago. And what?
Do you feel any different?
No. I watch programs sometimes.
Programs?
Like about animals and stuff.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Wait, hold on.
Kai seems alright right now. She does show a little bit of concern for Riz when she can visibly see her injuries affecting her. And she shows concern for Chief and even stands up for Chief at some point. So she seems okay for now. She's not as emotional as she was in the first season. And then there's Riz. Riz at the moment is not bad by any means. She's just kind of cringy to listen to and watch. Like, she's obviously got pain, and I feel like it's obvious that she should go get treated, otherwise how is she going to keep doing missions, right? I feel like that's a regular thing in the Spartan program, right? It should have been, at least. If their Spartans are injured, why not heal them, you know? Now, she does go to see some kind of physical therapist for her pain, and the guy just starts spitting some mumbo-jumbo about how her pain is hers.
What is that?
That's just your pain. It's okay. Let it go. Your life is yours. It belongs to you.
And then she starts looking like she has some kind of epiphany. Like, oh my god, you're right. I just want to see Spartans be Spartans, you know? There are some clues that the Arbiter might be coming into further episodes. Possibly. Oh, and yeah, Maki is somehow still alive. That's cool. I totally liked her in the first season. I don't know if they hinted at her coming back in season 1, but I honestly couldn't care less because her comeback would be stupid anyway. With that out of the way, the end of episode 2 shows that...
What exactly is the mission?
The Covenant's on Reach.
You see some Marines in a tunnel. Why? I'm honestly not too sure. But either way, they are there in the tunnel and it's very, very dark. Why no one has a flashlight or night vision visors is beyond me, but whatever. Because, you know, it's not like they had them in the games. From what I can remember, at least I know the ODST did. Either way, they all get slaughtered, and the episode pretty much ends there, after showing another artifact. And Maki. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Halo Season 2. But what are your thoughts? Have you watched the show yourself, or are you avoiding it like the plague? Whatever your thoughts, let's start a conversation in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, why not try giving it a like, and maybe even subscribing if you're new, or you just like the content. Also, I'm on Twitch. From now on, I'll probably be streaming some of the games that I'm probably going to be reviewing, and I'll probably import those streams to my YouTube channel just to kind of fill in the gaps in between videos. But other than that, I do hope to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye!